Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review are going to be a pair of mini pliers from WorkPro. Now, several of you emailed me about these, and I already told you that I had them coming in the mail for the most part. And then one of you even emailed me today, and I said they're sitting in my mailbox waiting for me to get home. But these are the 4-inch WorkPro quick adjusting groove joint pliers. These are going to run you $13, and they also come in silver, so you can pick up black or silver. So that's the biggest things to me, is the fact that they're $13 and you can get them in black or silver, because what they're comparing to is the Knipex XS or the 8700-100s. These are going to run you $33, so $20 more. Is it worth it? In my opinion, as we go through this, I'm going to show you, I feel like I would spend $20 more on these if it was something that I was going to carry in my pocket and use it every single day. I mean, that's a tool that you're going to use every day. It's definitely always going to be worth spending $20 more on it. But I'll show you the differences between these two and talk about those things. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Again, WorkPro quick adjusting groove joint pliers. I think that's the part number. Maybe one of them is the black and one is the silver. 4-inch or 100 millimeters, has that V-jaw, quick adjust, it says. We go to the back, there's all that information right there. The two things that are probably to take in consideration: one is made in China, whereas the Knipex are made in Germany. And then the other thing is, this one has a warning saying cancer and reproductive harm based on the California warning system. So you got to be careful maybe carrying these in your pocket. Maybe they open up and close a little bit too hard, could cause reproductive harm, whereas the Knipex says nothing about that. So in all honesty, I have no idea why that warning label is on there for a pair of pliers, but I did find that a little bit funny. But that's the box and the price. Let's go ahead and jump into looking at them side by side. So we'll start out looking at the WorkPro here. Some of the biggest differences, the main one is going to be this push button here in blue. That's very much like your other Knipex sizes that are a little bit bigger than the XS. You press that button in, adjust it in that way. Same exact process on this one right here. You're going to press that button in, adjust it up and down. I will say that you do have to press it in pretty far, because if you just press it in kind of part of the way, it starts to hang up a little bit and catch. You have to press it in with all your might to be able to get it to do that right there. But I don't feel like that's a big deal. I think it's going to break in over time as that spring kind of gets a little bit of flex on it, that kind of stuff like that. But overall, that is completely different than the Knipex XS. There is no push button. It kind of has just this right here, and how you work this one is you open it up and push it down, and it changes the size. And then while you've got it down in any position, you can close the handle if you want to and press up and get onto whatever size you need to, and then it won't come back down unless you open that handle. I really like that, especially if you're carrying this in EDC in your pocket, just to have something that's not going to hang up on something in your pocket. I would feel like that would be a big win for anybody who's going to do that. If you're going to put this in your pocket, probably going to be worth the 20 extra bucks to get it just for that alone. The next biggest thing, in my opinion, is the handles themselves. You can see on the WorkPro written right there on the front side, but that's all the texture you have to hold on to that right there. Other side, you've got these little ridges that are kind of embossed in there a little bit, to where that gives you a little bit of texture. But if you compare that to the Knipex on the front side over here, we have made in Germany, but also with quite a bit of knurling right there. Like, that's definitely a lot more grip on that than the WorkPro. And the back side is the same thing, Cobra with knurling as well. So definitely a lot better feel as far as grip wise, because again, you got to take in consideration on either pair of these, you don't have any grips on them whatsoever. I feel like these are going to get a little bit slippery versus these from Knipex. But again, ultimately, that probably just depends on what kind of environment you're working in, sweat on your hands, all those kinds of things. Next up on the size, they both claim, this one claims 4 inches or 100 millimeters, and that's the same thing on the Knipex. That's why the part number is 8700-100. It's 100 millimeters as well. We stack them side by side. The WorkPro is a little bit longer, so it's one of the two's not 100 millimeters, or I don't know how they're figuring it out. Either way, this is a little bit bigger plier versus the Knipex XS. And then other than that, on the size, when we look at the jaws, the Knipex over here on this side compared to the WorkPro, a little bit thinner as well. So again, overall, just a little bit smaller plier all the way around. Getting in close, looking at the teeth, we have up here the same exact kind of teeth layout between both of them. Let me go ahead and open this one a little bit, see if I can get them both. It's hard to get that black to shine with my light, but the teeth are pretty much identical as far as the layout of them. Now, is the Knipex made of better steel? Most likely. Is the teeth going to last longer? Most likely. Are both of these probably going to last long enough? Most likely, because you're not going to be using these for like crazy high torque applications. You're not going to be able to get very much oomph on them. Again, I have no idea. They're both pretty new to me. I don't know how long either one's going to last, but they both have the same exact kind of pattern for teeth anyway. So they're going to grip onto stuff very similar. I do like the finish on the Knipex a lot better. You've got that kind of smooth finish up here on the head that gives that reflection, that silver tone, and then the rest of the head versus the WorkPro is completely black, as you can look there. The only advantage that I see on the WorkPro, and this would just depend on if it's something you're going to use or not, is going to be that lanyard hole right there, versus the Knipex doesn't have that. So again, overall, in my opinion, it is the fact that you can get these in silver if you are a silver person for whatever reason. Other than that, it's pretty much the price point of the $13 versus $33. That's the biggest thing that you got to decide on for whether or not one is a better fit for you. But there you go, guys. There is the WorkPro Quick Adjust Groove Joint Pliers. Again, in black and silver, 13 bucks. That's the biggest thing, $13. If you've been kind of wanting a pair of these, but you don't think $33 is worth it because it is pretty expensive for a very small pair of pliers, maybe this is what you've been looking for. You can always pick them up and try them out. But let me know in the comments below, based on what I showed you, do you feel like the Knipex is worth 20 more bucks, or do you feel like this is going to be just fine for you? Are you going to pick up a pair? Let me know that in the comments below as well, or maybe you've got a pair of these. Let us know how they've been working out for you, because again, they're brand new for me. I have no idea on longevity or anything like that. But as always, I hope this video helps you make the right decision. Hope it's helpful in some way. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.